Hi guys, welcome back to Anderton's drum channel. My name's Luke. I'm here with
Jamie from Alesis.
And we are going to talk about a new Alesis kit. We've got the Alesis Strata Core here,
That's
isn't
right.
it? Yeah. Do you want to just give us the lowdown quickly?
Absolutely, yeah, thanks Luke. Alesis Strata Core, so this is the smaller sibling, if you like, of the Alesis Strata Prime, but it's got all the same technology, so the same amazing sound quality, the same incredible pads, and it's a smaller form factor, a more accessible price point, but for people who want the very best in sound and performance.
Cool. You mentioned the sound there. Do you want to just dive in very quickly on the module, first of all?
Sure thing, yeah. So just like the Strata Prime, we've got the BFD3 sound engine. So it's exactly the same sound engine that runs on Strata Prime, is on Strata Core. So we've got the same level of sample quality. Fewer kit pieces in this case. We've got 370 instruments as opposed to 440 on Strata Prime. But the sound quality, the expression of those kit pieces is every bit as impressive.
What size cymbals are we working with here?
Sure thing. We've got 12-inch hi-hat, two 12-inch crashes, 14-inch ride cymbal. These are all ARC 360 cymbals, again, just like the Strata Prime. So you can play them anywhere, you can choke them all over the surface, all triple zone, including the hi-hat. Let's just do that for a second. Choking it with my hand there. So yes, and we've got the same active magnetic system on the hi-hat as well.
Cool, and then the tom pads, what is it? We've got an 8, 10, 12, is that right?
That's exactly right.
8-inch kick drum, is that?
Exactly right, that's it. So 12-inch dual zone snare drum, two 8-inch dual zone toms, 10-inch dual zone floor tom, 8-inch single zone kick pedal, kick pad rather, and you can put a double pedal on there. And these pads, just like the larger Strata ones, they're the same pads that you get on the Strata Prime. They are anti-hotspot. So what that means is that some drum pads, you get a single point of contact from the sensor to the drum head, and if you play on or near that point of contact, you get a crazy spike in volume. So we have a patented anti-hotspot system. The way it works is you've got multiple points of contact underneath the drum heads, so that evens out the response and it plays much more naturally.
Is there any chance we could get some sort of demonstration of that hotspot thing, or is it?
Sure, absolutely. So if you were playing a lesser pad with a hotspot, for example, you'd have a very loud part in the middle there, but when I move around the pad with these ones, it's much more even. And just like a real drum, it gets a bit quieter towards the edge as well. So that's our patented system.
Cool, so just concentrate on the snare pad as well. Can we side stick that as well?
Yeah, you can do that. Cool. And of course, being dual zone, you get the rim shot.
And with the toms, does that account? Is
it all the same?
Same for all the
drums. The drums are all the same. So You've got the same. They're dual zone, but the module is clever enough to show 3 zones. I can actually show that for you.
Yeah,
so if we go here, and then we go to there. That's my snare pad. So you can see there's those three little lines. That's 3 zones. So that's one zone. That's another zone. And that's the third zone. And the same thing applies to the toms as well. So the module is clever enough to recognize these dual zone pads as 3 zone because it knows the difference between hitting the head, hitting the rim, and hitting both the head and the rim at the same time. So you get 3 zone expression from the module.
So I was really impressed with the module. So you got a 7-inch touch screen there. Do you want to just give us a little bit more detail on that?
For sure, yeah. So we've got the Strata Core module here. As you say, a beautiful 7-inch touchscreen which gives you great access to all the settings. We've got the BFD3 sound engine in here, so you've got desktop computer grade sounds without having to use a laptop, which is just amazing. The sounds are incredible. I can show you how easy it is to navigate around it as well. That's the trigger screen, which we were last looking at. That's the main home screen, so you can scroll through your kits here, or you can touch one of the kit pieces and scroll through kit pieces and make kit edits really easily there. You can browse through your kits. We've got 75 preset drum kits here with 370 kit pieces. You can easily make your own set lists. We call them playlists here, but it's the same thing. Make as many of those as you like. You can have a look at the kit in more detail here. You can see what kit pieces are. So we've got, this one is it's a LUD. I think we can safely assume that's a Ludwig, can't we? And it says Acro there as well. So I think we know what that is. So it sounds like this.
Nice, man.
Beautiful, exactly, the whole studio's going. So it's a lovely sounding drum, very popular, well-recorded drum that is. But we can have a look at what else is available. So above that there's one called an FRCH, which I think is short for French, which is a boutique manufacturer. And you can easily audition these just by tapping on them. And as you tap across from left to right, it goes louder and softer. So when you're scrolling through the kit pieces, That's a done it brush one. Done it one with the snares off. Another one. It's an Austin one with quite a nice low fat one. So if I tick that one there, then that now gets added to this kit. And we've now got this slightly lower pitched, fatter sounding Austin drum. It's a nice one.
Man, that sounds awesome.
Let's have a quick listen to that. Beautiful. And then once you've decided you want to make some changes to your kit, you just hit the save button there and you can save that kit, and you can have as many saved kits as you like, practically unlimited, and you can arrange those into as many lists as you like as well. And you've still got all the 75 preset kits to go back to. On this page as well, we can change the sound. We've got damping, attack and tuning. Damping is important because many of the BFD sounds are recorded with the drums without any damping on, which is how they like to do it, because you can always add damping afterwards, but you can't take it off. So the drums are quite ringy, so you can always add damping to tame that ring down if you want to. Not all of them are ringy, but many of them are, because that just gives you the full scope to have it as ringy as you like, or to damp it.
That's what I was going to say there. It sounds like you're really getting the nuances and the resonance of a real snare.
Totally.
So yeah, do you want to just give us a quick example of like if we wanted to tone that down a little bit?
Certainly. So there's a bit of a ring on there. So we just add some damping here by tweaking that.
Wow.
And that's much more like a studio would probably have you do it. So now, if we want to play, name this song. I think you probably do know this one.
That's me. That's it. What is it? Rock with me.
It is rock with me. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
So that's
dance with me. Then.
Exactly. That's right. So, but when you damp that sound there, it just fits so nicely into that kind of disco vibe. So that's how you can easily change the sound. But because we're talking about the BFD 3 sound engine here, we're talking about microphone channels. Everything is microphone channels. So we've got, if we go here, we've got snare bottom and snare top. Same with the overheads and the room mics. So in addition to close mics, which are those close mics are the snare top and the snare bottom, we can take the overhead down and the room mic down, and then it sounds very different again. So that's that tight claustrophobic sound you'd get from a microphone only a few inches away from the drum. But one of the beautiful things about the sound engine in here is that there's overheads and room mics, and they give the sound so much character, and they make the drum kit sound really realistic, because you can tell you're in a room with the drum kit. So it sounds so much more realistic. So, and that applies to all the drums and all the cymbals. So that's how the BFD sound engine works. Mic channels and ambient channels as well, to give you the character of a drum kit in the room.
So you can go into like loads of depth on each individual pad essentially, and create how many user kits? Is it
as many as you like. Yeah. There's 75 presets, but you can just keep adding user kits. There's loads of space. This comes with 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, and the onboard content, those 370 kit pieces, take up about 26. So there's loads of room. You can actually bring your own sounds as well. Nicely segued into it. Let's talk about that.
Let's please.
So we've got. So this is the list of the sounds. We've got this a snare filter on, and we've got the Alesis Core Acoustic filter. There are 4 libraries: Alesis Core Acoustic, Alesis Electronic. And then there's BFD, Dark Farm, and BFD Percussion as well, those 4 libraries. And if we unfilter by library and by type, we get all of the available kit pieces. But we can also import. So you can import your own sounds, WAV or MP3, just pop them on a USB stick, bring them into the module, and then they'll live on there until you delete them, and you can make your own instruments. And you can also stack as well. So if I hit this button here, we've got stack feature. Now that means you can layer up to 3 sounds on top of an existing sound. You can do that with the built-in sounds and or your own sounds. And you can change how each stack reacts in terms of volume. So you could make, for example, your own custom instrument with a quiet, medium loud, and loud sample, and then import that in. Or you can put your own sounds on top of the existing sounds, or make custom sounds with layers of the existing ones as well. For example, an electronic snare on top of an acoustic snare sounds great, or you can put a hand clap on a snare, have it over here for different parts of the song. The sky's the limit, but it's a very powerful feature to be able to customize your sounds in the module.
Cool. Is there any chance we could get a quick demonstration of that, or is that?
So if we just take this sound, and then we go here, stacks, and then we take the first stack, and we choose a sound. Choose that one.
Cool.
Yeah. So now we can go.
That's loud as well, man. That's right behind me here.
So what we did there was we kept that French, nice boutique, real metal snare drum, and we put an 808 long hit on top of it, and you get that beautiful combined sound.
I just noticed as well, just above that sample you just added there was a nice little clicky sort of one. Are we able to assign that to the rim of the snare drum?
Yeah, you can. Let's do it on the tom. You're absolutely right. So you use the stack feature to swap out zones as well. So for example, on this one, we've got a tom head, and the rim is the rim of a tom, which is what you might expect. And then the rim shot is the rim shot. So those are different sounds. Very realistic, but for one particular song, you might want a completely different sound on this rim. So let's do that. Let's go here. And then we'll have a look at
something ridiculous here, Jamie.
Well, again, the sky's the limit. But that's it. Let's do that one. Electronic cowbell. There we go. And you can do that with all the zones. So you can swap out zones on the cymbals. You can put different sounds on the bells if you want to. The rims of the drums as well. And you do it by using the stack feature.
Sounds absolutely amazing, Jamie. Is there anything else that the module, any sort of tips, tricks that we got with that?
Yeah, there sure are loads actually. Yeah. So what you've got here is you've got the BFD engine, you've got the touch screen. This is also an upgradable kit. So you've got 2 extra trigger sockets in the back. So in addition to this pad set, you can add 2 extra triggers, drums or cymbals, whatever you want. Another bass drum pad if you're that way inclined. You can also upgrade this by Wi-Fi or by USB. So just like the Strata Prime, it's an upgradable system. So as we can add more features or different ways to do things, we can bring those to you, and you can do it over Wi-Fi, or you can do it by USB as well. And if you leave it on your Wi-Fi network, then it'll tell you as and when there are updates available, and you can apply those. It's also got Bluetooth audio streaming, so you can stream audio into it and play along with it. You can also record audio directly onto the unit, either by the analog input or by Bluetooth streaming, or you can record your own playing onto the unit as well, and that saves it into the internal memory. Finally, we also give you some extra features here. We give you 90 days of Drumeo, which is the world's leading drum education platform. 90 days access completely free, which is brilliant. And don't think just because you're pretty confident in your skills, you're not going to find something there, because there is absolutely tons of stuff for any drummer. I challenge anyone to look at Drumeo and not find something that will challenge them. So it's a great feature to have. We also give you a VST that you can put on your computer. That means you can make amazing quality recordings on your computer just by using a USB cable. It's called BFD Player. It's the computer version of what you find in here. And we also give you an expansion pack, another set of BFD sounds that aren't on this module, and you can load those onto your computer and make brilliant recordings that way.
Cool, guys. Many thanks for watching. Many thanks to Jamie for coming in, showing us this Alesis Strata core, which is brilliant. It is available now at Andertons. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts.